He's right. We got an offensive attack that apparently when we lose Dallas Goedert, and I brought this point up on the show, we got an offensive passing attack that when you lose Dallas Goedert, who has not played consistent football ever in his career, you got nothing behind him. Why don't the Eagles have a viable option at backup tight end? They've had 7 months to wrap their heads around that. They've had 7 months to fix that problem, but nothing has come from it. We got nothing behind Dallas Goedert. Is Dallas Goedert really going to make it through the rest of this? He's already missed a game. He's trending like he's going to get back in week 3, but how much can we rely on Dallas Goedert? And apparently, that's the only time the Eagles will throw the football to the middle of the field. Eagles threw the ball to the middle of the field. Jalen Hurts threw the ball to the middle of the field 4 times in week 1. He threw it to the middle of the field none in week 2. So an entire swath of that football field was cut off from the offensive attack. They didn't use the middle of the field for the passing attack at all in week 2. How is that possible? How does that happen? And you're telling me this is an elite passing attack? The other side of it is, to me, a very viable point that I don't agree with, but I can believe it. The preseason, the lack of reps. We talked about it heading into week 2. I said, I think when I was doing the Birds Blast with Big Al, you don't play your starters in the preseason at all. You don't play them. So you waste that opportunity to work on anything, any sort of chemistry, any sort of communication, any sort of on-the-field maneuvering during the preseason because you don't play your starters. And I'm not sitting here knocking that. I understand the bigger picture, staying healthy. But then you come into the regular season and you wonder why you're not optimally performing, and you're trying to work out these bugs in games that actually count. I'll never understand that. I'll never understand that way of thinking. Maybe that's a new generational millennial thing. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's how the millennials think. But to blame the offensive coordinator for the Eagles' struggles through the first 2 weeks of the season, I don't know if it's, again, the blind faith towards Jalen Hurts, the blind faith towards Nick Sirianni, the blind faith towards Howie Roseman, the almost cult-like belief in these individuals that they're something more than they really are, or it's actual. We just don't have. We're not as knowledgeable football fans as we claim that we are. Because how can you look at what's happening with the Eagles right now and not instantly be taken back to the first 4 weeks of 2024 and the last 7 weeks, or I should say the whole damn season of 2023? How can you not go right back there? Because we're talking about the same stuff yet again. It's almost like an annual rite of passage with this football fan base. We're blaming the offensive coordinator yet again for the team's struggles. I have heard nobody in any of the outlets that I've listened to, and I don't listen to much out there because it's the It's a Wrap Sports Network or bust for me. But the stuff that I have listened to, there has been no player accountability given to the problems with the offense. It's all about Kevin Padula. It's about hanging the guy up to dry. It's about, he's over his head. He's the Eagles have not learned their lesson about internal hires. But no blame or accountability has been placed on any of the players. Why? They're the ones executing, right? They're the ones actually performing the play, correct? Why has there not been any accountability laid at the feet of Jalen Hurts, or laid at the feet of A.J. Brown, or laid at the feet of Saquon Barkley? Why has nobody criticized Saquon? Hey, man, where is that 75-yard touchdown run that you're so damn famous for? What's going on? Have defenses figured you out? Hey, offensive line, what's going on? Why can't you spring Saquon Barkley for a big, long run? None of that's come out of any outlet that I've listened to at all this week. And I want to know why. Why are we so quick to go right to the coach? Why can't you blame the players? Now, the Eagles are 2-0. Above all of this, they're 2-0.